Hello, middle schoolers. Today is Wednesday, July 8th, 2020, and we have two language objectives today. The first one is I can practice opening a lock using the video guide and lots of practice. That's going to be the same as we've done before, same videos, keep practicing, keep giving it a shot. And then finally, when you feel ready, you're going to go into Flipgrid, which is linked in Google Classroom. And you're going to show us you opening a lock. So you might have to kind of like awkwardly hold the lock up, show us how you're doing it, as if you're going to teach someone else. You know that you will have mastered it when you can teach someone else that same process. As you can tell, I'm in a little bit of a different spot today. I'm actually outside because we are actually going to do something kind of different. So you guys know that I am a science teacher as well as a social studies teacher, but that means that one thing I love doing are labs. So we're going to do a quick little lab about passing time. So I can complete a lab on passing time using materials, a lab guide, and some open space. So let me pull up our lab guide, and then let's walk through this together. So passing time lab, and this actually can be done with or without locks. So what are you going to need? What are your materials for your lab? You're going to need some random school supplies. If you have your binder from elementary school, that would be perfect. Plus a book that you can read, which I forgot mine outside. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, back I am. So you're going to need some random school supplies. We were on binders, we talked about the binder. A book, some sort of pencils, pens, markers, something you can write with. If you usually carry a pencil case, use that. A notebook, and your iPad. Okay, ready? So here's my binder. It can have things in it, it cannot have things in it. Totally up to you. Mine has a little bit in it. Notebook. Oh, no, pencil. Sorry, or book. Got my book. Got my notebook. Got some pencils here. And I've got my iPad. All right, so you can see I've got my materials all ready and set. The next thing you're going to need is a lock, which you should have picked up from the school. A stopwatch. Again, you can use your iPad. A writing utensil if you are doing this on paper. Otherwise, if you are doing this digitally with me, by all means, keep using your iPad. And then finally, some open space. Now, your open space does not have to be outside. Notice I picked outside, but it doesn't have to be outside. You can do this in your house. As long as you have a place to move around, you are good. You can do this in your apartment house, wherever you have space. Okay. So the first thing you'll do is let's look at our table together. So we have a spot that says trial. That's going to be, okay, each time we do something, that's our trial. And then we have a time taken spot. So we're going to stopwatch and time how long it takes us to do these things. And then we have a couple of reflection questions as to like thinking about how it went overall. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to stand still for 3 minutes. So one thing that is not an arbitrary number or a random number. Most passing time across our district is about 3 minutes. If you go to a school that has more than 2 floors, then you may have a passing time of about 4 minutes. When you get to high school, it is 5, but right now it is 3. So we're going to practice with the lowest possible number, so no matter what school you go to, you know you will be able to make it. So first things first, you're going to stand still and do literally nothing for 3 minutes. Once you've done that, you'll write your reflection as to how it went. I'm going to talk through this whole lab, and then I'm going to let you guys stop watching my video and go do it. Okay, so this whole video, I'm not going to stop in between. I'm going to talk through everything. If you want to pause me in between, go ahead. But otherwise, I'm going to talk through it all, and then you can go do it all. The next is walking 100 steps. So you're going to start in one spot. Start your timer as soon as you start walking. Walk 100 steps. Hit stop when you reach the end. And then you're going to write in how long it took you. Okay, use minutes and seconds. How long did it take you? And then again, answering that reflection question. Did it take as long as you thought? And then why do you think that was? And then we're going to talk about fast walking. So there's walking, which is just, nice, easy pace. And then you have fast walking. So this is what I jokingly say, the ladies that walk at the mall. So you're walking with a mission. You are walking with a purpose. We are not running. You will get in trouble if you run. We are walking with a purpose. So that means that we are walking, our both feet are on the ground, or one foot is always on, our feet are always on the ground. Okay. We're not running. We're not jogging. We are if you want to call it something else, call it power walking. Okay. So then go ahead and do the same thing, 100 steps, power walking or fast walking. Now, each time we go, we're just going to add one more level of difficulty to it. So the next one is stopping to pick up supplies between 100 steps. So this could be, you could set your supplies down halfway, right away, like right at the beginning. Well, not right at the beginning. Minimum of 10 steps. So minimum of 10 steps, pick up your supplies, walk the rest of the way. And at the end, obviously, as well. You don't have to have some fancy way to keep track of it. As long as you're counting in your head how many steps you're taking, you're fine. And then one more step is stopping to pick up supplies, unlock the lock, and then finish your 100 steps. So for this one, I recommend that your supplies are either at like 30, 50, or 80, and then you're unlocking that lock before you pick up your stuff. Once you've unlocked it, go ahead and unlock it, grab your stuff, close it, set your lock back down, and then continue on your merry way. Then again, you're going to write down your time. How long did it take? And then did you make it in time? So did you make it within 3 minutes? And then why do you think it was, or what might you change? So as scientists, we're always thinking about what we could improve upon or what we could do better. So in this case, we are starting with, did it work? Did we meet our expectations? Could we make it in 3 minutes? And then what could we change to make it better? Always trying to improve. Growth mindset, right? I do have some bonus rounds in here if you are interested, something kind of fun. So bonus rounds, stopping to pick up supplies, unlocking the lock, and getting a drink. If you're going to do this, I would recommend either having a cup ready somewhere where you can just pick it up, take a drink, set it back down, but in a different spot than your locker, because odds are pretty good you're not going to have anything other than a water bottle in your locker. Then we have stopping to pick up supplies, unlocking the lock, turning back around because you forgot something after 20 steps, and then finishing your 100 steps. So again, that one is another optional one. And then the last optional one is starting on a different floor. If you have access to multiple floors, multiple like levels of a house or apartment stairwell, anything like that, you can start on a different floor, walk 50 steps, pick up your supplies and unlock your lock, walk another 50 steps, and then go back to the starting floor and then stop it then. So this gives you an opportunity to practice going up and down stairs in the process. And then finally, we have our final reflection. So even if you choose not to do the bonus lab, the bonus rounds, you're still going to do this little reflection at the end. So before doing the lab, I thought blank, but now I think blank. In order to be successful during passing time, I will blank. So that first part is called a synthesis statement. A synthesis statement allows you to really, really process what you've learned. It allows you to stop, think about it, and figure out what you learned and if you can take anything away from it. So that being said, that is your lab for today, something a little different, hence the change of scenery. I'm very excited to see what you guys can do and how it goes. I will tell you I am outside because I did try to do 100 steps and see how long it took me to make sure that this was an appropriate number of steps, and you are going to be just fine. So that being said, I'm excited to see your results. I'm excited to see if anybody takes on those bonus challenges. Props to you if you do. And yeah, good luck. Have fun. This should be something a little different today. If you have any questions or get stuck, please let me know.